Welcome to the Legends of DC, and this is the Flashpoint podcast. I am Phil Parrish. Tyler could not be here today, but of course we have Zachary Hare.
Good to be here. There's a lot to talk about this episode, especially a big twist that no one saw coming.
Except everyone. But this was a good episode, Killer Frost.
There were pretty much anything with her was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was a lot of aspects of it I liked, definitely. And there's something I forgot to mention last week that we can, because he's in Savitar.
Mm-hmm.
I find it interesting that even when he's standing still, only the Flash can see him.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe he's mainlining the Speed Force, because in the one story he was in, that was the thing, he wanted to become one with the Speed Force and stuff. And
there's so many theories. I researched him a bit before this, and he definitely looks a little different than his comic book incarnation.
Oh, just very, yeah. I mean, he was just looked like a regular guy with long hair, and he wasn't wearing a shirt here. Like I said last week.
It was pretty 90s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it was the 90s. It was 95 or something.
Yeah, but every so often you get characters that's when he was made.
Oh, yeah.
And how many 80s guys were just gun-toting psychos with huge buff muscles? Fairly Odd Parents made fun of that really good, by the way. But I just find it, it's because it's like what we find out later when he says, "Bring about my return." So maybe he's he's there, but he's not all there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah. What should we talk about first? There is a good amount of stuff in this episode.
Oh yeah, they packed it in. Like in the beginning, picked up where last one left off, where he's fighting Savitar, and then Cisco and Caitlin come to the rescue, and I guess Cisco's not making any more portals from on the same Earth.
I find it interesting that a portal in the same dimension hurts him more than making a portal to Earth 17. Or is it 19? I forget which one is.
19, yeah.
It's 19.
I don't know, maybe it's just that his power is, it's hardwired to go from Earth to Earth, and it's not really meant to
maybe if he would practice once in a while. It's like any muscle. If you never use it.
Mm-hmm.
We've barely got anything. We never really. I hope when we get maybe this season, or at least a season, when we focus. I mean, obviously it's the Flash, but I want to get more on the other guy, because now we have 3 main characters with superpowers who didn't have it before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wait to see what happens. Maybe I wonder if Caitlin and Cisco are going to use their powers in the crossover.
That would be great, and I can't wait to see that next week. Oh man, I was watching. What was I watching? I was watching Whose Line on demand, and every other commercial was the crossover.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't even on demand. It was just regular TV, and every other commercial was the crossover.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta admit, of the 4 shows, I think Supergirl's the best one put together.
It is. That show is good this season. I mean, I think all of them are doing pretty good.
They're all of them doing all right, but if I had to pick my favorite, it's probably Supergirl. So let's talk about the Flash. Oh man, I'm trying to think what. So Wally is in the husk, and he's cocooning. Oh, there's something Joe said here that really bugged me. He's like when Wally's in the cocoon, he's like, "Oh well, listen, I'm a cop. I have cop instincts. I never do because you guys say it's gonna be right. I'm standing there. I'd be there going, who told you not to be a cop? Mm-hmm. Where was I with that conversation? We need everyone's skills. I'm pretty sure we're fine if you use your detective skills."
Yeah, it kind of got to me when, even Caitlin was like a butterfly. They go into the cocoon, they break down, and then they have to back up. And then he opens up that cocoon.
I guess we can. Yeah, we might as well talk about that now. Boy, that really pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I even made a note about this. I put Joe cutting Wally out, possibly the stupidest thing he's ever done. He has, and luckily they say, but still, yes, something bad happened. He had no idea what that would do, and he he could have cut a hole and Wally just pours out. He doesn't know
exactly. He was impatient.
And also, he knows that everyone that's ever gone in the cocoon has come out alive. Well, except for the 3 metahumans we haven't met yet, but for the most part, that's what he knows.
Mm-hmm.
There's one part of the episode I had a huge problem with, because it's
You think maybe he was hoping to get the Wally before he got his
That's
speed?
the only thing that could possibly justify it. But again, he doesn't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like in Ghostbusters when they just pull the power thing up. The Con Ed guy actually goes, "I've never seen anything like this." Well, pull it anyways. Okay, what could happen? Oh, Armageddon.
Well, yeah, because Joe even said, he's like, I don't understand most of the signs you do here. And it's like, okay, then.
This is another thing that makes me think that Hipster Wells might be Mixic Picklick, because he's the kind of guy that would, okay, let's do it just to see what will happen. I didn't even say that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking, oh my god, I hope it's Abracadabra, because he those drumsticks are something, because he keeps flipping them every episode. I'm like, okay.
It'd be really funny if he's not really a Wells.
Yeah.
But again, okay, now here's something I want to make mention of. Caitlin, when she's going all, did they ever like really actually show or even tell what she did to the acolyte?
I don't think.
I mean, they don't say she maimed him. They don't say I don't think she killed him, because they would have said something.
Mm-hmm.
But we have no idea what she did to him. We just know he screamed in great pain, and that's when she makes a break for it.
Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking she gave him severe frostbite somewhere.
Right. Yeah. I find it interesting that they just didn't say anything. Oh, by the way, can we talk about the fact that Julian's an idiot?
Well, at the end of the episode, I think we figure out, there's more to Julian than meets the eye.
Well, yeah, but still, I love how he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like, or when she's got him captured, "Stop talking. So what's your favorite color? Stop talking. Lovely weather day. Shut up."
I know. Yeah, I think he was trying to push Caitlin, though, to be evil.
Yeah, I know. It makes more sense now when we know what we know.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, randomly, we get an appearance by one of the guys from Heroes.
I know. I was like, wait, where the hell did Greg Grunberg come from? All of a sudden, there's just this detective or whatever. Okay.
Now, has he ever been in the show?
No, I think this is the first time he's been on the show.
I should IMDb that real, because I wonder if he was like in like one scene. But it's just, I love, like, oh, Detective Patterson. It's like, wait, what?
I don't know if that's just like Kevin Smith directed this episode, so I don't know if that's like a Kevin Smith Easter egg, because they co-host a show now. So
what, those two?
Yeah, Geeking Out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not on right now, but yeah, it was on. I think was it during the summer.
I had no idea they knew each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think like the Caitlin part, like they could have not had the Savitar stuff, and I still would have liked the episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think she. I mean, and again, this is one thing I would never hope they get rid of her, because I just love Danielle so much in this. And she finally, it reminds me a lot. I even talked to Brent Spire about this at a con, the name drop, recently, that I told him, and he said this, one of the best things he did, like Data could have been a limited character, but he was allowed to do so much. When he was allowed to do stuff with it, you could tell he was enjoying it. And it's the same thing with her. She's enjoying actually having more to do than just say, hey, we need to do this, and worrying about it. She's actually gotten to do stuff with her character.
Yeah, I just wonder how they're going to go, if she's going to be full on good, full on evil, or if she's going to keep having these mood swings.
Well, one thing that could be interesting, because there's one thing they kind of addressed this in Heroes, is it'd be interesting. She still has the powers, but she's like backup, only when they really need her. Like she still just does the lab work, but she says meta. Because the idea is, just because you have superpowers, you don't have to be a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cisco's certainly not doing much with them.
Yeah, I know. He tries to go after her, then the minute she's like starts shooting at him, he dives.
I know. Suddenly puts on his vibe. He puts on his vibe too. Oh, now here's something I was thinking. When Caitlin kidnaps Julian, what in any aspect of him led her to believe he could create an algorithm?
I don't know.
I'm like, what? It's like, what? He's a CSI. There's absolutely nothing that I'm like, and then he just does. It's like, okay.
She wanted someone who wasn't Team Flash, and maybe there was still a part of her that was still Caitlin, and was like, okay, who wouldn't I mind torturing? Oh, I know, Julian.
Yeah, but it's more like he's a CSI. There's nothing. I mean, of course, CSIs are smart, but they're not automatically computer geniuses.
I don't know.
That's just something that kind of like I don't know. Yeah, and then like most of Julian's actions make more sense once we find out the bit. And keep tuned in, folks, because we're going to reveal the big twist at the end. Oh God. Oh, and again, I'm nitpicking so much here, but when she goes to the Acolyte's house and throws the ice spike, or whatever we want to call it, at the thermostat. Obviously, this is an editing thing because it's not really there. But if you look at it, that angle makes absolutely no sense. It comes from like straight across, and then she walks in from like an angle. It's like, what did she run?
Yeah, ricochet.
Right, it was good at the ricochet shot. But and how much did we all cheer when Flash knocked out Julian?
Oh, I was gonna say, he enjoyed it. Barry wanted to do that for a while.
It's like, when he said, "I didn't mean to knock it off," you almost wanted to have someone say to him, "You enjoyed that a little too much, didn't you?"
Well, didn't they say Julian was out for a while? I was like, yeah. Well, he probably got hit with something traveling, half the speed of sound or something. A fist traveling half the speed of sound.
I just love the timing. Like, knock her out, boom. I was so, like, you guys know, when I was talking about this leading up to this episode, I was so worried because I hate bad reasons for a character who was good the whole time becoming evil. So I was like, the whole episode, I'm like, oh God, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? What are they going to do?
And then we get tweets on Twitter like, when Caitlin tries to kiss Barry and freeze him, you're like, totally worth it.
And I stand by that statement. Hey, he wasn't. Oh wait. Oh no. He's gonna be in another episode of Tom Patterson, the Detective Patterson character. He's gonna be in one of the crossover episodes.
Oh, I'm assuming Flash.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be kind of weird if he was in the other one.
Especially Supergirl would be weird.
Why would it be especially? Well, we don't
because she's on another Earth.
Yeah, but we don't know. Everything's gonna merge after the crossover. I
don't know. I don't think they're merging them. At least not.
Yeah, probably not. Not for the crossover. They might do it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing, this episode was interesting to rewatch because if you look back, you see obviously Caitlin was hurt, she stabbed Flash, but again, she's a doctor. She's the kind of person that would know exactly where to stab someone and not kill them.
Yeah, and Barry heals really quick too.
Exact too, and also look at her fighting Cisco. She misses him by a mile. I mean, it's not even close. Not really. It looks like it is, but if you look closely, I think you can tell it's like on purpose.
Yeah, I think that the big bad Killer Frost talk was as much for her as it was for them.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. I was thinking that too. And the funny thing is, Hipster Wells actually comes up with a couple of good ideas this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
That's what I'm trying. That's why I was like thinking of like, is he not going to be? Is he not as stupid as we think he is? And if he's faking, why?
Oh, and one thing I think we should mention when she's threatening the Acolyte, he knows the name Killer Frost.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my theory is this: Savitar. I mean, obviously he's like pretty one with the Speed Force. I mean, like Barry said, it felt like he barely had to twitch and he could move like Barry never could. So obviously, it's probably for him moving in between dimensions is nothing for him.
Yeah, that's a good theory. Maybe Savitar knows about Flashpoint because I was like, how does Alchemy know about Flashpoint? Was he from that timeline? But yeah, maybe Savitar told him that.
Well, I wonder if Julian's some sort of creation. Like we don't know. Well, it all depends the extent of Savitar's powers. Like what creative, like where is like what exactly he is. Because when he is about to stab Barry, his mouth opens, and I don't think there's a human in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, obviously, it could be. I mean, the suit's pretty big. It could just be he's. So I don't know. It really depends what exactly he is and where they're going to go with it. Oh, and how about when Barry's fighting Caitlin is Killer Frost? Cisco runs over. Vibrate will warm you up. It's like the Flash doesn't know that.
Yeah, I mean Barry's supposed to be smart. This is the guy who's supposed to create Gideon at some point. Yeah, vibrate really fast.
Yeah. Well, actually, hey, maybe Reverse is going to show up during the crossover, and that's how he gets his own Gideon.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
By the way, when Hipster Wells and Joe have their little stakeout, I was so hoping Joe was just going to be like, "Hey, one more thing. If we ever run into my date again, if you ever talk to her like you were, I'm gonna shoot you.
Uh,
but
shoot me. No.
Other than that, the scene I did like that scene between them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because interesting enough, we get a couple of scenes with Earth too, but because of the nature of the character, you're not going to have a lot of Joe Wells scenes. But I like the scene in the van.
Yeah, about Barry always having hope.
Well, Flash has always been associated with hope, even in the comics. I remember during Blackest Nights when each member of the not everyone was, but different characters got rings. He got blue.
Yep.
I mean, he's been known for that symbol of hope.
Oh yeah. So, what else did we have this week?
Well, we have Wally getting powers.
Wally, yes. Well, he looked like they weren't completely under control until they gave him the magic shot.
Yeah, the MacGuffin shot.
Yep.
Oh god, but that's what I'm talking about. It's like you almost want him to look at Dad and go, "Dad, what's the opening my chrysalis? Don't you ever read one of those books that says your child's going to go through some changes?"
Or Dad, you could have killed me.
I know, right? It's like, hey, he didn't die. That's good. I know, it's like something you'd hear on Rick and Morty. Hey, he didn't die. Well, I knew that was this is totally something Rick would do to Morty. Oh, well, wait a minute. You mean opening me up could have died? Well, yeah, I knew that was a chance I could have taken, Morty. Well, yeah, but I'm curious to see where, like I said, we got 3 characters now with powers.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see where they go with that. So, yeah, we pretty much covered. Well, okay. We could, okay. I'm trying to think about which direction to go into. But yeah, we can talk about, let's talk about the big reveal, because we'll talk about what I wanted to talk about, the part I liked about the episode after that. The big reveal, the big shocker. I was proven right. Big freaking deal. No, it's funny. Every other time I'm proven right about a theory in a show, a podcast, I'm like, yes, vindicated. This time, not so much.
That just, I think everyone was proven right, because we all knew Julian was alchemy.
Yeah, it was so. Like I said, it was either it was either. I'm kind of glad they kind of resolved it early, so we don't have that stupid episode. Although they still might try to. Oh God, that's true. They still might try to do it because it's only the audience that knows he's alchemy. Because they might, what I mean. They might have that stupid part where Barry starts to suspect him. He's like, "You're alchemy. You're alchemy. No, I'm not." And he like kind of, and then it's not till the end. It's like, "Haha, I am alchemy." It's like, no kidding.
And he got Barry to quit his job.
Okay, now I actually want to talk about that because, and I kind of mentioned this yesterday when last time when Julian brought him up on a reprimand.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, he sort of even Barry kind of said he is sort of justified.
Yeah,
because it's a lot like because the thing is, we all know different heroes when they have to leave their jobs, it's because they're going to save people. But imagine how it looks just from the perspective of other people. Imagine if you had an employee, someone you work with, every other hour they're just running out.
Yeah, but the question is, does Julian know?
If he's the Flash, again, I don't know. He might only know as much as Savitar tells him.
Yeah.
And again, we don't know exactly the extent of what it means to be alchemy. But there's so much. I bet it's questions we're not going to get till after the crossover, until we come back to regular Flash episodes.
Yeah, well, I think the week after the crossover, it might be the mid-season finale.
Okay, that's when it. Okay, so we'll see what they do. We don't know exactly what Savitar is. We don't know what it means that Julian's alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it because I mean, he talked to him when he was in the hospital. He's like, no, I don't, run away. Although I gotta say, I haven't really talked about this. I really like, because I've always been a fan of that style of mask. I like how alchemy's mask reminds me of the plague doctors, like in Italy and stuff, with the Camille Dorarte looking mask. It reminds me a lot of that mask, and I like that. Just because as a theater geek, it's just something I thought of. It's something but I understand. Obviously, because he's alchemy, if he knows. But in a way, he could. If you look at it straight from a practical standpoint, he'd be completely justified in telling Barry to leave.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like the line picking friendship over justice, because give me a break. But other than that, it's like Clark Kent as Superman. Like, he still, imagine if they he kept leaving and he didn't get his stories done. People are like, "Oh, you're fired, Kent."
Well, I mean, yeah, Julian feels that way because Julian has no friends.
Well, he has a girlfriend.
Who, Julian?
Didn't they say? I'm very sure there was an episode where he said something, I'm going to see my girlfriend, and Barry's like, I didn't know that about you.
Oh, unless that's his code name for Savitar.
I looked it up. Unless I misread, I'm pretty sure Savitar is the Hindu god of the sun.
I could be. Maybe they tweaked it. Yeah, because in the comics and stuff, in the comics they say he named himself after the Hindu god of motion or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, was there a god of motion?
I know. Is there even a god of motion? Like, there's our god who are like quick.
Yeah,
but I don't know specifically like gods of motion. It's like,
yeah, because I was gonna say back in the day, did they even like understand motion as a concept?
Yeah, it's the god of movement.
Yes.
He's the brother of the god of interpretive dance. But yeah, it's not even. No one was surprised.
Mm-mm.
Like that, it's like okay, that's probably why there wasn't a big reveal because it's like so freaking obvious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now the thing I really want to talk because I think we've covered a lot in this episode is Kate. The scene. Well, Caitlin, Daniel Panabaker as Killer Frost, and like because it's like I've said this a few times. I want to, and this is something that's evolved over comics and cartoons and superhero stuff over the last, I'd say, 30 years or so. Like letting superheroes have normal problems, and it is completely normal that someone who's having a pretty bad year suddenly developing superpowers and with other stuff going on might have a little bit of a breakdown.
You know what we didn't talk about?
But
when Caitlin let the cat out of the bag and let Cisco know that Dante was dead because of Flashpoint.
Yes, and I'm still wondering if that means they're going to something gets changed. I mean, I hope it's. What I hope they do. I hope they change it, but everyone remembers.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cisco remembers a timeline where he didn't have a brother, and they bring Dante back. But we'll see what they do. I mean, I don't know how. But I hope they don't just let Flashpoint stand. I really hope that. Because I just think it's kind of dumb.
Yeah, but I don't know. It might just. The only thing though is like if he sets everything back, isn't it going to seem kind of corny that he can change everything back to normal? Well,
maybe. Well, we'll see if they handle it. I mean, it depends how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing of, like I said, I was so glad that Caitlin doesn't become evil. This resolved itself in one episode, and I was happy for that. But I keep jumping back. The funny thing is, again about Dante, I forgot to say this too, that Cisco's feelings are completely justified.
Oh yeah.
It's like you change things for your own reasons, but would never, like if one of us said, bring this back, you would say no. So it's like, well, go to hell. I mean, I love when Cisco's like, I'm still going to get the job. I love when he's like, all that matters right now is Caitlin's in trouble. I'm like, yes. I love that part. But what really stood out to me is like the part where, Barry just says, okay, you can leave. You have to kill me. But it's like, you don't think I won't? Like, if you're a killer. And it's true. She's not evil. She's just having, it's like, Iris said, she's in pain, so she's lashing out. That's why she's talking like, she's not talking like Killer Frost would. She's talking how she thinks Killer Frost would talk. She's talking like, exactly. It's like when she pretended to be Frost in the Dark Siren episode, or the Dark or Black, I can't even remember. But, when it happened, she sounds like a good person pretending to talk like a villain. And when she takes out the ice spike and she drops it and just breaks down. I'm like, I find that completely realistic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's like there's that great line when she's like, can you do this? She's like, one thing I can always do is be a doctor. I'm like, all right. And I'm not saying it's going to be, obviously it's not 100% resolved, but at the same time, I hope it's not every week. It's like, I hope I don't go evil.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think maybe she'll be wearing those power dampeners then?
Well, again, maybe it's a certain point. They won't even, I hope not. I mean, I like the idea of, again, I hope they should have Cisco comes up with an alternate name for her.
Oh, maybe.
Like something, I don't know, like oh man, they should totally be like, how about Professor Zero as a joke, because that's what Mr. Freeze's original name was. But I really liked how it was resolved, because it was, think of it, it was just three friends fighting They just happen to all have superpowers.
Well,
imagine how many times have we had arguments with friends? How different would those arguments be if you could level a building?
Did you catch the Easter egg? I probably wouldn't have even caught it if I hadn't seen it online.
Oh God! What happened?
The meat packing, the frozen food plant or whatever. Caitlin had Julian at.
Oh, I figured there was something up with the name, but I never bothered to check it out. What was it?
On the sign, the name was like, was it like LEDDH? Let it, and then it was like G something. Kevin Smith even said it was a Easter egg. If you say it out loud, it sounds like "Let It Go," like from Frozen.
That's awesome. Oh, that's another name Cisco could go very. He could be like, "How about Snow Queen?"
Oh.
I really hope they do that, but. This is they resolved it really good, and I was very, very happy with that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Really, it was a really good episode. We got a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, and it was something that had a lot of stuff. It was actually handled pretty decent.
I just wonder if they were trying to pack a lot of stuff in before the crossover.
For the crossover, yeah. But like I said, usually when they do that, it's a train wreck, and they handled it all right this time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Except for like that one episode. I've been enjoying this season.
Yeah, it's been all right. So is there anything else?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes. I think we covered everything because, like we talked about, and so next week's going to be good because we got that. We're going to have all the hosts on one episode, which I think is going to be a train wreck, but you have more faith.
That's right, everyone. Instead of the 4 shows, we'll get one big round table crossover for the crossover.
You almost said cluster. You almost said it.
No, I didn't.
I heard round table discussion.
I was trying to see how many times I could fit crossover in.
But it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, God, I wish we could all be in one room and have like a light, because this is gonna be all of us talking over each other.
We'll organize it.
Okay. Oh yeah, just like the last one.
No, we'll have time. Maybe we'll have timers.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want me to do you want to do social media? Then I'll take us out. Sure.
Share your thoughts on this episode, or even for the crossover, send us your stuff and we'll read it we can read it on the round table. Our email is flasharrowpodcast@gmail.com. On Facebook, we're facebook.com/the Flashpoint Podcast and facebook.com/Legends of DC Pod. On Twitter, we're at Flashpoint_SMG and at Legends of DC Pod. Oh, and follow us on Instagram, Legends of DC Pod.
And you can also follow me on Facebook, Zachary Hare, and almost any of the podcasts for Southgate Media. And you can follow me on Twitter, Inch from Insanity, where I have just passed 100 followers. Yay!
100.
I don't know if you know if that's. I know I get other people have like 10,000, 100,000. I'm like, yeah, I just passed 100. Woo! Hey, a couple of people who follow me have actually been on TV, so that's something at least. So I think that's all for this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a way to. I was trying to think of a cold way to take it. I was trying to think of something that could be like cold as ice, and obviously we'll edit me saying this right now.
I was gonna say, I thought you had an intro or an outro ready to go.
I was gonna do the normal one, but then halfway through, I'm like, should I do a cold one? I mean, I'm trying to.
How about come back next week? Go warm up so Caitlin Frost isn't nipping at your nose or something.
Oh,
oh, you'd like that.
Oh God, there's something I could say, but it's such a bad pun. Stay tuned. Come back next week before we're all flash frozen. Oh, is that too much? Do you say?
No, that's good.
Okay, I got. What should I say? What should we say?
How about until next time, we'll be back in a flash, frozen.
I like it. Okay, that's what we'll do. Okay, I'll say it right now. Okay, everyone, tune in next week for the special crossover episode. Until then, we'll be back in a flash, frozen.